Romero. On behalf of Intercultural Programs, it's my privilege, my honor to share the welcome remarks with everybody in collaboration with the Indian Student Association. The Intercultural Programs Office has a traditional partnership with the Indian Student Association, and we're very pleased, very honored to offer this exclusive session with all of you and for new international students, but especially new international students coming from India. Even so, the information will apply for all new international students, but this time we'll be able to provide customized information to ensure that you have guidance, um, resources for an optimal and successful arrival to UT Dallas. We know that is a very complex process for each one of you. Each one of you may be facing an individual situation to transition from your home community to your UT Dallas community, and we acknowledge that complexity from each one of you, and that's why we want to be um, with you to be an effective office in intercultural programs and certainly in collaboration with Indian Student Association. So to acknowledge and to recognize this great partnership between intercultural programs and the Indian Student Association at the University of Texas, Dallas. Today, mainly we'll be focusing on recommendations and tips to enhance your transition, as I mentioned, from your home community to utilized community. And I have the honor to introduce Mr. Deepak Bijaksatao, the new president of the Indian Student Association, who is going to be leading the session. And however, will remain here in the session, intercultural programs myself, to ensure that in addition to the Indian Student Association guidance, anything else may be in place for you to obtain handy and effective um, information resources guidance for your successful arrival to UT Dallas. Deepak, the microphone is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rodolfo. Thanks, Yash, and thank you, ICP, for always being there, helping us out, for giving such like kind of platform to have the interaction with the students and helping them out, passing on the information which they need, probably. So, yep, as you can see, ISA stands for Indian Student Association. Our motto is Service for Self. Uh, couple of you might have already attended the first orientation which we already had on the 5th of July, where we had an introductory discussion around what ISA is, what we do. Uh, Even though we are discussing here at an orientation, we have already been in touch with you guys through the different platforms, through social media like Instagram, Facebook, or even WhatsApp group to help them out, help you out with resolving your queries and helping you out with the report pickups and couple of other stuff as well. So that's what all ISA does for you guys, helping you out to make sure that you are feeling homely here at an Dallas level and helping you out at an professional, at an official level as well. Yes, we can move on to next slide. Yeah. Congratulations to all of you as you are here, which means that you already made it. You are the future comets. Basically, here at UTD, we call upcoming students and future comets. Everyone is a comet here, and this is a really most esteemed university to be part of. Definitely, you must be having many doubts, many questions, and I think that's why we are here to help you out resolving your queries and doubts. I could still remember a couple of months back, I was also a student and I had many queries, and I think that's what ISA has done for me, ISA and ICP along with that. And that's similar kind of thing which we are trying to do here. Uh, yeah. Next slide, please. Yeah. So today's agenda would be like the topic of discussion is like how to pay the tuition fee. That's the most common questions we are getting in nowadays, and I think that's the first and primary thing which everyone wants to do. Then secondly, the pickup form walkthrough. So we have already set up some of the echo pickup forms. You already must be aware about that. So we will just walk you through what process is that, what all steps you need to follow, how you can be rest assured that you will be getting the pickups and all those things. Then the popular banks and phone operators. That's the nowadays that's the I think basic fundamental needs for every human having a telecom mobile and the bank account. Definitely, you will be getting the information around that as well. what all service partners IIC is having. There are many other options here in Dallas, similar to what we see back there in India. If we talk about the phone, banks, everything, we already partnered with couple of them just to have that relationship and sponsorship or partnership, I would say, so that we can make sure that we are giving you a good kind of service and everything will be accessible to you at an UTD campus itself. We will be setting up a couple of booths and all those things to make sure that that process is quite easy and much convenient for you guys. Then probably you must have also seen couple of forms about the temporary housing and other stuff. Most important topic which everyone must be wondering about the on-campus job opportunities. So my team will be discussing about that as well. There will be a couple of miscellaneous resources which we will be sharing with you guys. After that, we will be having a guest from the PNC Bank. They will help you out understanding the banking process here at Dallas. So we will be having them as well. And in last, we will be having question answer sections where you can just ask your questions, all doubts, and we will be happy to help you out. Along with that, we have the handbooks as well, which we will just walk you guys through. It contains of all the information like tuition, housing, and other stuff as well, which we will show you in some time. Along with me, I have my whole team like Mahendra with the VP, Smita, uh, Anala, she's also VP, Shashwati, Dharmi. So they will just help you out with all the things. So yeah, I will just like to invite Dharmit just to continue with the next slide.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Deepak. Thank you so much. So now we'll just look about how to pay your fees. So basically, we have various options to pay your fees, and depending on your course there and your fee payment plan, there might be some different timelines. So you might have different deadlines, but the options to pay your fees is via Flywire or EasyPay, or you can set up a loan account. So first, we'll just have a look at the Flywire. What is Flywire and how it is the best payment method for international payments. Can you go to next slide? Yeah. So the first step is to create your Flywire account. So you can just go to the Flywire official website and you can create your account, get your email ID and password. Go to the next slide. Next, you can log into your Galaxy account. You can go to the second tab, Finances, Bursars account. And there you can, as seen in this PPT, you can just select the Flywire option. Flywire is basically for international payment transfers where you can transfer your money directly from your Indian bank account via Flywire to UTD. So when you click on the payment via Flywire, you'll be redirected to a next step where you can initiate your payment process. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So you can just enter your country, the payment, where the payment will come from. Most of the time it will be India for us. Or amount will automatically be reflected over here, which is your fee payment amount. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So once you have selected your country, you can just see the amount of different banks. Most of the Indian banks are listed over here. If it is not listed, you can just see domestic bank transfer in Indian rupees. So you can select this option, except all the major banks are listed over here. And you can just fill in your details. You can just pay your information from which account the payment is coming. You can just add all these details. You can agree to the terms and conditions, and you can go to the next slide. Yes, can you go to the next slide? Yeah. Yeah. So you can just next. Yeah. So you just need to select your bank account from which bank you are making the payment transfers and fill in the details. Yeah. Correct. So you just add all the information, beer information, source of fund. Please make sure you enter correct details in your source of funding and PAN details, PAN card details. Go to the next slide. Yeah. So once you are done, this student ID will automatically be reflected over here. You don't need to make any changes. Your UTD ID will be displayed over here automatically. You just need to add your email ID and other details if required, and you can just go to the next. Yes, next slide. Thank you. So once you are here, you will see the details to via Flywire. You can just make the payment. So depending on the bank which you have selected, you can just go to the make payment option and it will take you to the payment page of your bank website. So there are two options. Majority of the time, if you have some loan or something, there is some disturbance. Uh, can you mute everyone? There is some lot of disturbance. Thank you. Yeah, so you can just move to the payment via your bank account with the depending on the bank which you have selected. When you click here, you will be redirected to your bank website. Let's say if you have selected HDFC Bank, you'll be redirected to HDFC Bank website. Another thing is, many a times if you have taken loan, few of the loan institutions ask you for the Flywire details. So if you check over here, at the bottom of this page, you will get a details that share your link, share your Flywire details. So you can just copy that link and share it with your institution, and they can directly make the payment on your behalf. So if the fund is available in your account, you can directly make the payment from your account as well by clicking on make payment here, or you can share the link of payment details and they can transfer the funds. Can you go to the next step, please? Yeah. As I said, at the bottom of the page, you'll have instruction to pay your fees online. And if you have to share your details, you can just copy the link and share the link with your institution and they can make the payment on your behalf. So it may take up to 2 days to complete your transaction. So plan it accordingly. And you can, if you have any questions, you can connect with either Bursar's office or you can also connect with the Flywire team. Once the Flywire will directly transfer your fund to the university, and once the funds are transferred, you will get a confirmation. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah, so this was the one option which is most feasible option for most of the international students. But the another option is eCheck, which is Easy Pay account. So for Easy Pay account is majorly used when you have amount in your US bank account. So majority of the students here might not have an US bank account at present. So maybe Flywire is an feasible option. But if you reach here and you have your bank account and you have your money in your US bank account, you can use the Easy Pay option. Easy Pay option is directly connecting transferring your money from your US bank account to UTD. One more plan is there are different plan as well available for us. So the installment plan and short-term plan. Short-term plan loan plan is no down payment is required, but you will be charged 1.25% of the fees. And installment plan is the another plan where just to set up your payment method, you need to pay an one-time fee of $25 and first down payment, and your fees will be divided into total four down payments. So first down payment is due along with this $25 on the day you set up the installment plan. This has to be done before your deadline. So let's say if your deadline is 15th of August, you need to set up your installment plan by 15th of August and your fees will be divided by four. First down payment goes on the first day along with $25. There are no extra charges for this installment plan, but except this $25 of setup fee. Yeah, so this is for the payment side. If you have any questions, you can ask. Mm, If not, we'll take questions at the end. Deepak, you can continue with the session. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Dami. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we can go to the next slide, please. Yes, I was saying that there are two basic fundamental needs you will be requiring to have when you land here at Dallas. One is the banks and other is the phone operator. So there are a couple of popular options available over here. So one of them is like PNC Bank, which we will be discussing in a couple of minutes. We already have a guest speaker to discuss about that. Then along with that, we have Truist Bank, Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America as well. Talking about the phone operators, we have T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, Cricket, Leica. We have already partnered with a couple of them, so which we will be discussing about in our next slide. So next slide, please. Yes. Yep. So from the credit card side, we have already partnered with the PNC Bank and BofA Bank of America. From the banking side, we have partnered with PNC, same and BofA Bank of America. We'll be having their calls and mobile unit set up for here at UT Dallas campus. So that way you can have the convenient option and process to have your bank account open, and it will be much easier for you guys. From the commission partner, we do have T-Mobile, so they will also be there at the UTD campus itself. You can just walk in over there and hand over your documents and have your mobile connections or even bank account open here at UTD itself. You don't have to go anywhere or search any other options over there. From the remittance partner, we have Flyover. That's an official partner with the UTD, and we have partnered with TD Transfer. There are a couple of service partners which we are already in discussion with, just to make sure that we are helping you out with respect to different other factors, so that way you can have that convenient options available for you guys. So that's it about service partners. We can go to the Shashwati. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Deepak. So talking about the temporary housing, as you might have already joined a lot of WhatsApp groups, ISA groups, where everyone, all the volunteers are sharing some or the other details around their temporary accommodation. So just keep an eye on that. And if you need any temporary accommodations, just contact those volunteers and like check your dates and everything with them. So obviously it's not guaranteed, but it's a case by case basis, but you just need to coordinate with them, tell them ahead of time, like when you are guys coming and what is your requirement properly, so that they can also make some arrangements with along with you. Next slide, please. And along with that, we have like from the college also recommends you with these housing options, which you can maybe take up in your initial days when you arrive, like Spring Heights, Suite Marriott, or Hyatt, or Airbnb. These are some couple of options which you can take if you don't get any other temporary options around that. And there is a link which is shared here, as you can see, from ICP, which has all the resources, all the information in detail on what you can do, where you can live, and some other links which will be helpful for you to for the temporary housing. And just after we complete the slides, we will also go through the handbook, which will have more details on some off-campus options, which we will go over in detail. Yeah, that's all from my end. Asmita, you can take the next slide.
Thank you so much, Shashwati. No, this is Falguni, sorry. Falguni, please continue.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, 1 second. Deepak, is my camera visible?
Yeah, but you are not visible.
I don't know, 1 second, something gone wrong.
It's okay, Falguni, you can continue.
Yeah.
The camera is on. I don't know what went wrong. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so here when we talk about the miscellaneous student resources, first we have Eugene McDermott Library. In that we have LinkedIn Learning. So this lynda.com, a part of LinkedIn Learning, with over 12,000 courses and an average of 60 courses are added per month. This is available to all currently enrolled students, and this service is a leading online learning platform that helps anyone to learn business softwares, technology, and creative skills to achieve personal and professional goals. Like you guys can use this for like anything you want. You can learn anything from here. Then when it comes to research guides, there are some research guides in library.utdallas.edu link. I'm going to attach that link in the chat in a while. And then when it comes to interlibrary loans, we have this interlibrary loans that allows you to request materials the UT Dallas libraries do not have. This is a free service. which finds that you need from other library. I mean, you can borrow it from UT Dallas Library. Then next, coming to Career Management Center. So here you can submit your resume and CV in Handshake, and it will be reviewed in like 24 hours. If there is something wrong, like if something goes wrong from your side, please read the recommendations for changes and then implement it. They'll review it and then they'll give you a clean check so that you can go ahead with your Handshake applications for on-campus. Then next we have Amazon Prime or Grubhub service. Okay, so here you can create your Amazon Prime account, and with this Amazon Prime account, you can get 1 year of free Grubhub membership. Then next we have Zipcar. Yeah, so we've also have this. UT Dallas have also partnered with Zipcar to bring self-service on-demand vehicles sharing to campus. There you can avail some student discounts as well. Then next we have Microsoft Azure certifications. We also have some boot camps that go on. You'll receive mails and all once you're enrolled in the subjects and all that, and then you can complete all this and you can get certified for all that you are learning. I mean, you put in so much time to learn things here, so it's a plus point to get certified, and you can use these certifications to avail maybe some on campus and even in the future for off campus as well. And apart from all this, guys, I wanted to share some things regarding this loan options and all that at UTD. There are few, like, for people, this will be more helpful for people who did not get scholarship and all. So guys, there's this thing that in UT Dallas, if you do courses for more than 4, the 5th subject is not gonna they're not gonna charge you for the 5th subject. So if you're taking, like, if you're enrolled in 5th subject, they'll charge you for all the 4 subjects itself. There's this option, but it all depends on you. Like, if you're able to do all the courses, you need to manage, because apart from saving money and all, it's about learning more, because this is going to be helpful in your job and all that. So you need to make sure you know all this. And when it comes to few scholarships, I think all of us are aware of Dean Scholarship. Yeah, it's then again, not all get that. There are few other scholarships which offer you like $1,000 at one time. So guys, even if you get a $1,000 scholarship here, your fee still gonna be considered as in-state. So these are some things that you guys have to know, because don't ignore any kind of scholarship emails that you're getting, even if it's of small amount or something. Make sure you apply for all the scholarships for the better options, for the better future, and also can save money and all that stuff. That's it from my side. Deepak, you can continue. But first, guys, if you have any doubts, just please let me know.
Thank you, Asmit. Thank you, Falguni. Yeah. I think, Asmita, you can continue.
Okay, someone said that they missed the Dean's one. What others are there? You'll get the mails, guys. You'll get the mails regarding the other scholarships as well.
I will just share the links over here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think you can continue, Asmita.
Yeah, so next slide, please. I guess this is covered up by Falguni. So next slide. Yeah, so here comes the interesting part that you guys must be excited about, which is on-campus jobs. So first and foremost, you all must have an access to your respective Handshake account, because that's the only platform via which you can apply for on-campus jobs. And this is something that the university does it for you, and you need not worry, but please keep a check on it. So altogether, there are like 3 departments. So first comes the department which is directly associated with the university, like the university student union, OIT, parking, proctoring at testing center, etc. And secondly comes the department which are indirectly associated with the university, like the university's recreation center. So over here you can work as both like front desk staff as well as an instructor based on the certifications you have undergone. Lastly comes some third-party vendors like Taco Bell Dining and UTD Bookstore. So all these are the options that you can apply for via Handshake, and the requirements for these are pretty much the same. They'll ask you for your resume, cover letter, and your semester's schedule. So that's about it from my side. Further up, Mahendra will be continuing the presentation.
Yeah, Yash. So coming to the most important questions you guys have been pinging us about. So this is about pickup. So with respect to pickup, we are just expecting you guys to follow the basic steps. Firstly, we have shared a form link with you. I guess this form link was sent to you by an ICP mail also, and we are also sharing the same link in the groups as well. So just go over there, fill the form with the basic details. Yeah, so just read all the instructions over mentioned over there and make sure to follow the instructions and just fill the form. Take your time, fill the form appropriately, because you will get only one chance to fill your form, and making a mistake will, again, then you might have to bother like ping us and inform us, ask us to update. So it will create a haywire for you as well as us. So that's it for the form. Yeah, yes, we can go to the next slide. So there are some other instructions. So please make sure to read those. Yeah. Once you fill the form, you will see this thank you message. And just below the thank you message, you will see a WhatsApp link, basically a document link. So once you will go there on that document link, you will see a certain instructions. Please make sure to read all those instructions. And below the instruction, you will see a set of links for a different WhatsApp group based on different arrival dates. So join the particular WhatsApp group on which you will be arriving. So Yash, can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So for example, I just took example of, let's say, 30th August. So if I'm going on 30th August, on this drive link, you will find a WhatsApp group for the 30th August. Just join the group and just send a normal hi message so that we know okay, XYZ person is coming on 30th August and has joined the WhatsApp group. So it will be easier for us to contact you later. While joining the WhatsApp group, we have certain requests from you. Firstly, do set up your name as your appropriate name so that it becomes easier for us to identify who you are. Like whenever we go to the Excel sheet and we just see the name, and if we come over here and if you have set your appropriate name, it will be easier for us to tag you and inform you about the further instructions. But if you set up some nickname or anything, it becomes difficult for us, and then we have to go to Excel sheet, manually save your contact number, come back over here and then identify you. So that becomes a complex process. Also, whichever number you are providing us in the Excel sheet, please make sure to join the WhatsApp group with the same number so that it becomes easier for us to identify later. So these are the few details which we are requesting you to please make sure you are doing it appropriately. Yeah. Now, once you have joined the pickup group for the 30th August, you are like mostly done with your part. So can we go to the next step? Yeah. So now approximately 3 or 4 days before your arrival in the particular group, one of our officers will be sending you a message and giving a new WhatsApp group link where your volunteer will be present, who is going to help you with your pickup. So there comes the bat. So as soon as if you see the message, I'm just tagging a few people, informing about certain instructions and giving a WhatsApp link. So just join that WhatsApp group link at least 3 to 4 days prior to your pickup. You will share these details. Join that group link and connect with your volunteer, communicate with them so that it becomes easier for you as well as them to identify you guys. Also, we got a request from a volunteer that it would be better if you, like, whenever you join the WhatsApp group, share your details with them, keep them updated, whatever your status is about your flight. Let's say if it gets delayed or if you are stuck in immigration, just let them know because they will be waiting outside for you. And also, if possible, keep your profile pic visible to everyone so that they will identify you easier and they will, so it becomes the whole process goes smoothly. Yeah, that's it. So once you have joined the group, just next slide. So this will, once you have joined a particular group with your volunteer, just send this a normal message sharing about your name, your arrival date, time, your flight name, and your flight number. So that volunteer also get the confirmation of the same details which we will be sharing with them, and then you can proceed ahead. That's it. These are the 3 simple steps with the pickup process. So let's not get confused. If you have any questions, we are here to help you out always. Okay. I guess yes, you can move ahead. And yeah. That's it from my side. And now Deepak, just introduce PNC. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mahendra. Uh, so now we will, as we discussed that we will be helping out understanding the banking process. So we should be having the PNC bank representative over here, so they can just take over the forum. I would like to welcome you on behalf of ISC.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. So yes, Sarah Davis here with PNC Bank. I have on the line with me some other colleagues. I have my banker at my location, Tagore Ravori, and I have Olivia Padua maybe on the line. She's with our university banking team. And then my manager, Joseph Hardiman, may be joining as well, because we are so beyond excited for this opportunity to get to talk with you all. Welcome you to Texas if it's your first time, or welcome you back to Texas if you're returning for the fall semester. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes, Sarah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and talk you through some of the awesome benefits that we're coming to you all with here in just a short couple of weeks. All right, so yeah, for us, we call it a little bit of USA Banking one-on-one, right? We do understand banking's a little different than maybe how some of you are used to. So we wanted to highlight and capture some of those differences, as well as some of the similarities, and most importantly, how we will be coming to you all to help get these new relationships established. UTD has been an absolutely wonderful partner. So we've got a mobile unit, so actually a bus coming on UTD's campus to help get these accounts opened, as well as utilize some of the UTD space, because obviously it gets a little hot here in Texas. So we look forward to joining you all that first week of August, really from about 9 to 6 every day to help get accounts established. So I'm going to walk through what you guys need, what some of the benefits we offer at PNC, and how, again, we're going to have this partnership kick off very strong. If you have any questions similar to what you were doing prior, please do put into the chat, and Tagore here will keep me abreast of questions that may come up, so we can get those answered for you as best we can. All right, so one of our, of course, main objectives to you all is keeping your relationship and your information safe and stable. With that, what it means, again, for us, we work with the Federal Reserve. We often call them the Fed. And they help maintain just stability within the financial system. Because of that, there are regulations, both federal and state, that we need to maintain and uphold to keep your money, your personal information protected and safe with all criteria that we can. With that, in case and based on the money that you may be bringing over, due to wires we know that'll be coming in, payments, just extra money as you hopefully find some of those jobs that was spoken about. Keep PNC in mind as well for internships, etc. You know, the FDIC guideline is to maintain, and we will insure all of your money up to $250,000. Please understand, if any of you feel like the balance may be higher than that, even as students, there are plenty of ways where we can protect money larger than that criteria. So we can visit those in one-off situations. For you all, some of the essentials that we deal with for students is just like it says here. We have our checking account and our savings account. I'm going to speak to this again in a later slide, but PNC, we really appreciate how we help students and accounts of any age, and we do them with what we call a bundle. So all of you being students of UTD, you will join us in what we call a virtual wallet student bundle. Okay, within that bundle, you are going to get the checking account that we call spend, but do think of it like a checking account. A savings account that we call a growth account. Again, think of it like your savings. And then I'll show you in a later slide, we actually provide you a third account that we call the reserve account, which can be used as like an overdraft account, perhaps a shorter term savings account. So if you're trying to do a small trip throughout college, if you are one that keeps your checking account close to a lower amount, this reserve account is something that's unique to PNC, where you can have a smaller amount kept in there just for those one-off short-term emergencies or oops that might happen within your checking account. The great thing with how we operate this bundle is it all comes to you at no cost as a student. There's no minimum balance requirement as a student. And with that, we also are going to provide some great benefits to you as students of UTD that I'll get into here in a moment. Again, to make it a little bit more layman term on the difference in checking and savings, your checking account is really where all of your everyday expenses are going to come out of. So think of that, your food, your school supplies, if you have rent and utilities. It is safer than cash, so we absolutely like the use of that debit card. And it's a good place where you can see all that money coming in and out of that checking account. It also provides that record. So if you do like to maintain and keep record of how much money you have coming in versus how much you have going out, that checking account or that spend account will allow you to see that through our mobile app or through pnc.com. The savings account then again is kind of those longer term items that you might want to put money into for emergency. If you get some of your money early and tuition isn't yet coming across, you could store the money into the savings account, as the rates on our savings account is much more attractive than that checking account or the reserve account. The difference in checking and savings is savings, you are limited to how many times you can pull out of the savings. You get 6 times to withdraw that savings every cycle. So about once a month, about 6 times per month. Whereas the checking account, you can do as many withdrawals as you want from your debit card, cash withdrawals, online purchases. And then in both cases, you can deposit as much as you want. I jokingly say, we take all the money in the world you want to give us. There are just a little bit of restrictions how often you can get it out of that savings. But again, the checking account, you can withdraw as much as you need. What to look for, again, and some of the simple benefits that you're going to get with your student bundle. Again, the debit card, because we're coming to you all and opening the accounts there on the spot, you can expect debit cards to be mailed within 7 to 10 business days. Part of our job as the management team and the bankers that are going to be there is follow up with you to ensure those debit cards have arrived so you can get those activated and working. In that time frame of account opening and debit card, you can absolutely start establishing some online banking, getting your international incoming wires if you need that to start coming in. It doesn't stop any of that. The actual just physical debit card you will not get in hand for approximately 7 to 10 business days. Everything with your debit card, of course, will be secured with a 4-digit PIN number that you establish, that you create, and that PIN and that debit card are linked to your checking account to keep your account and your debit card operating. The nice thing from a safety perspective, I will say, with having a debit card and an account, a lot of students, a lot of adults tend to link subscriptions to their debit card. Think of Netflix, Hulu. Perhaps you have a gym membership. I don't know what gym memberships mean. I am not one that's in shape at all. But for those of you, of course, that want to partake in those types of subscriptions, we recommend you tie that to the debit card number. Reason we like to do that is then if your debit card were to get compromised or if fraud does take place on that debit card, the good thing is all we have to do is replace the debit card. We do not have to replace your account number, your savings account number. So it's a much quicker response rate. And the good news with a lot of our PNC locations, to all of you, once your account has been established, more than really about 10 to 14 days, you can start getting your debit card same day, which is great as well. So initially that debit card is going to come by mail, but if you lose your debit card, if you do have fraud on your debit card, if there's an unauthorized charge on your debit card, after you've been with us just a short while, most branches have in their branch what we call an instant issue machine where we can print that debit card for you on the spot. So that's really, really nice, we find, for so many of our clients at PNC Bank. The other great thing with PNC is our widespread network. So here in Dallas-Fort Worth alone, we have over 100 or right at 100 PNC locations that have ATMs, but we also partner with Allpoint ATMs, and a bigger company is 7-Eleven. So with you all at UTD, I live right by your campus. Right there at the street intersection called Coit and Campbell, there's a 7-Eleven right there. So if you needed quick cash withdrawal, if you need a deposit, you can do it even from the 7-Eleven location, very close to you all within walking distance. Even within walking distance or a short bus ride or bike ride, there are 2 or 3 PNC locations within a 3-mile radius. We will make sure you have knowledge to those specific locations and some of the 7-Elevens at the time in August when we meet up with you all. But the great thing is outside of our locations, we have really great ATM partnerships where, again, you take your debit card and you can get withdrawal of cash or deposit cash or checks when you need to. Online and mobile banking. What would we do without online and mobile banking in today's world, right? So again, with PNC, because you are new to us, we of course will help you get established with your online banking and your mobile banking at account opening or the day or two after account opening. Once you have your online banking established and your mobile, it's free range, whatever you're more comfortable with. So many people in today's world, I understand, do it through their phone. So we have our PNC app, which we, again, will help you download when you arrive that first week in August. From the mobile app, you can do things such as check your balance, make Zelle payments, transfer money between the checking or the savings into checking. You can pay bills. So if you are living off campus and you have your utility bill or your rent bill, you can pay those through online banking, or again, based on dollar amount, you can do it through your debit card or Zelle. We also understand a lot of you are coming to us as non-resident aliens and you do not have social security numbers yet established. Please understand is 100% on our radar to help you all that second semester or midway into first semester as you start establishing your social security numbers, to start getting you credit cards and or secured credit cards to start building and establishing your credit. It's another great way. We're going to continue to partner with you throughout your entire college education and beyond, and really that partnership with us and you all, with us at PNC and you guys at UTD. Back to the online and mobile banking though, pretty easy ways for us to get you enrolled would be through your PIN number, would be through a unique code that identifies you once we have the account opened. And then again, simple. Once you have it established, it's your preference to use it through your phone, use it through web browser, or going to online banking through your tablet or your computer to have that easy access for you to see your accounts, manage your accounts as well. Another unique feature that we offer at PNC is what we call low cash mode and budgeting and balancing tools. So again, if you are a student that likes to or needs to stay on a budget, we can help you with that. Meaning if you have X amount of dollars in your account and you know that you've got 2 or 3 bills that need to be paid every month, we can help remind you of that so you don't go below zero on your checking account, or so you have enough time to move money around between your accounts to keep you out of harm's way. In addition to that, if something is going to run you very low on your account, we have a feature again known as low cash mode where you can tell us, hey, I want that item to be paid and I'm going to make sure I have money in there within 48 hours. Or it can say, that is not important to me. You can return it or you don't have to pay that item and it doesn't impact you negatively that way either. So just some really good tools to, again, help keep you financially fit and help keep your accounts in the best possible way that they can be for you guys. I'm going to take a quick pause and I'm going to ask Tagore if there's anything in the chat or any questions you guys have yet at this point. Okay, no questions in the chat. Any initial questions you guys have before we get into some of the detail and benefits and rewards to you guys with our bundle? All right, I'm going to keep on going then.
Hey, Sarah, I think the mics are, there's a little bit of a delay. This is Olivia, by the way.
Thank you.
I know that there's a question out there in the chat about transaction charges on ATM. So it says, hi, are there transaction charges on ATM withdrawals and how many transactions are allowed per week or like that? And is there any maintenance or balance per month? So I know you're going to be covering a little bit about the features of the virtual wallet student and should probably end up addressing these two questions. So just wanted to let you know it was in there.
Thank you very much. The good answer to those, and I believe all cases, is no, right? We're not going to charge you to use the ATM, and it's unlimited activity that you can have in and out of the checking account, which again is exciting, and we're happy to provide that to you all. But I will get into a slide again that will cover that so you guys have it in more detail. Thank you, Olivia. Glad you could join. All right, so account alerts. I spoke to this a little bit with the low cash mode feature, but other ways to help alert yourself by text or email is just different ways that you want to be alerted. So you can put on there if you don't want your account to run below, say, $50 at any given time, or $200 or $10. You can make it so it can alert you if and when it does get to that lower balance. It doesn't do anything as far as it doesn't move money around for you, but it's that notification to prepare you. Hey, your account is running a little bit low in that checking account. Do I need to get some more money in there by way of ATM, online transfer, visiting a branch if it is your preference? So it can notify you that way. It also, again, if you are taking on a job while here for school and you have direct deposit, we always recommend direct deposit as the best way to pay yourself through that employer, but you can set up an alert to remind you every time you get paid, whether it is a direct deposit from employer, whether it's a wire that's coming in, but you can be alerted anytime a deposit goes into your account, and you set all of that up through online banking or mobile. And again, something that me and my team will be happy to help you through as we're getting those accounts established. In the same sense, if there is activity that is unusual to you, a transaction that is not yours, these are some ways. If you feel you will never spend more than $200 at any given point on any given transaction, you can set an alert. If anything more than $200 goes out of your account, it can alert you there as well, just to keep you safe, keep that money secure. And in the event it does happen, we can right away put a dispute in there to start getting that money back to you so it's not lost at all or long. This here is a really important part, I know, to a lot of you all as students coming from out of country. A great benefit that we have for you all is our use of wires, and international wires are absolutely possible, absolutely awarded to you. And the great thing with PNC student checking, you get one free incoming wire every statement cycle. So whether you or your family do something on a monthly basis, whether they do something maybe just 2 or 3 times per the semester, please understand, we know that it's expensive when wires do take place. So we're allowing one every statement cycle at no cost. We think that's a really, really nice benefit that PNC offers to students like yourself. For us to do these wires correctly, pretty basic wire information that is needed, and it is on here, but it's going to be your name, your residential address, so where you're living, your deposit number, which would be your checking account number in almost all cases, the SWIFT code, because it's international, so I'm jumping down a bullet point. That SWIFT code is the PNC CUS33. And that, for most cases, guys, is what they're going to need to get that money into your account. Am I missing anything there, Tagore? Am I missing anything on international wire requirements? Yeah, okay. So yeah, pretty standard in what we require. Again, name, address, account number where you want the money to go into. And then again, that SWIFT code, we will provide that again, guys, at account opening, is PNC CUS 33. I alluded to this earlier, but building credit is hugely important for our young adults like yourself, for you all entering college, starting your first year or your third or fourth year. Getting that credit established is so very important. So again, it is absolutely on our radar to come back to you all, hopefully 2, maybe 3 times in the first semester, and then revisit throughout every orientation time to see how are things going and can we be the first to help you get your credit established. The main criteria in starting out is we do have to have that Social Security number or individual taxpayer identification number. Once we have that established, or once you have that established, we can then talk about either a secured credit card or a non-secured credit card to help build that credit to one day then build into car loan, another credit card, a personal loan, your first home one day down the road, right? So we really are ever so important piece. We feel this is an ever so important piece is that credit card and building and establishing strong credit. Once you have credit started, a great thing with our online app and mobile app, you can view your credit score. So it's also another really nice feature and benefit to PNC. Through the app, you will see where you stand on your credit and how it begins to grow. Credit, and again, in case you're unaware of credit, credit is usually established, we call it also a FICO score. And within credit, there's 3 reporting agencies that use credit. So on that left side of the screen, you'll see Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. And while they all do the same thing, they all report slightly differently. Don't get too caught up into that right now. Again, we'll help guide you and understand you to help build that credit. The biggest piece is establishing that Social Security number or that ITIN number, because once we have that with you all, we want to, number 1, update it in our system, and then number 2, move forward with some sort of credit that makes sense for you guys and where you are. Again, here is something in addition to the credit card is credit student loans. Some of you may be coming out with student loans, some of you may not. Please know PNC also is happy to, and we do partner with student lending within PNC. So once you've graduated, if you've built up some student loans, we are happy to help consolidate those loans with PNC. You can become also an authorized user of one of your parents potentially on a credit card to establish credit. We can start working with new items in your name to start showing credit. Again, if some of you are living off campus, you're going to have rent, you're going to have utilities, and you're going to have a phone bill. That does start establishing your credit on some level. So we'll help you through that, or you can always ask us questions. Very important piece on anything you do is making sure payments are made on time, whether they are your utility payments or once you do establish a credit card or student loans start being paid back. You really, really want to get those payments on time to keep that credit as strong as possible. And as I mentioned, you can view your credit through PNC. There are also lots of other avenues to check your credit and look at your credit. Those 3 credit reports that I mentioned, they all have ways for you to access, but we can keep it all in one spot for you, which we're really proud of, so you could see it. And we do recommend at least once a year, you do take a look at your credit to make sure there's no discrepancies out there. Here we go. I know some of this was asked as well. What does it take to get the account going? Again, we are beyond thrilled, ecstatic, happy, over the moon that we're coming to you all on campus to help make this happen. That means you need to bring hopefully minimal items to help get this going. It says on here, we will need your passport in person, not a copy and not what's on your phone, but the physical actual passport, your local US address, your home country address.
हम लोग ISA का orientation करा रहे ना तो
Someone is not on
Hi.
mute, just so you know.
Saiba, can you please move?
I'm so sorry for the. You can continue.
That is okay. It happens. We're used to it. Then we have your email address. In most cases, folks you can use personal email or your school email. That is up to you. Again, the ITIN number, if you have it. The 2 forms of ID to clarify. That passport is a must. We really, really need that passport. And then we find a lot of the second IDs that you all provide is your student visa is almost always what's going to be required because you are non-resident alien. A lot of you do come with your US student ID, although some of you may or may not have it because we're coming to you a little early prior to official orientation. So 2 big pieces are the passport and the student visa physical copies. We will make copies when we open the accounts, or you guys will make those copies, but we want it in hand, the physical passport and the physical student visa. Local address, home country address, phone number. We also found some of you may not have your cell phone numbers yet. That is okay. If you have friends that are willing to use their phone number to get started, we did that in a lot of cases and that was okay. So your cell phone number or buddy up with a teammate, a friend, a student, and we can use theirs if we need to at least get it going. And then again, you or us can update that phone number once you establish your own cell phone. A joint bank account. This typically only applies if you're a student that is not yet 18. If you are not yet 18 when we open the account, we are going to need a parent or guardian on that account with you. In most cases, most of you are 18 at time of orientation. And in most cases, it's then just you. Because we understand a lot of your parents are not here in the country. A lot of your guardians are not here in the country. But if you are not 18, please put that in the chat and we can get with you maybe one-off to see how we can still make this account opening absolutely a possibility for you. If you do decide to have a joint bank account, both owners will get debit cards. Both owners can have their own online banking. Both owners have equal access to those funds and equal rights to those funds. So just keep that in mind as well. If you open the account by yourself, and let's say your parents or someone comes to visit and you want them to be added later on, we can always accommodate that as well by you visiting a PNC location with your parent or guardian, and we can get them added at that time. Most cases we find it's individual accounts. Again, I know we went over this as well, but in the event you do get caught up into fraud, an unauthorized transaction, identity theft, where someone's using your debit card or your checking account, we're here for you. Unfortunately, it is the world we are in where it may happen, but we are happy to help you through it. You are going to get business cards, emails, follow-ups from all of us who help open your accounts. Those are the best ways then to get back a hold of us if something were to happen. You can email us, you can call us. We'll provide our customer care phone number as well. That can be available to you if we are not in the office. but we want to help get those items closed down as quickly as possible and reestablished as quickly as possible. So impact to you is very, very little.
Hey, Sarah, I'm just doing a pulse check because we're 25 minutes in, not sure how much time we have left. Maybe we can just go through these slides high level for them.
Okay. So fraud we've covered a couple of times, so I will go through fraud here. Anything that we do with PNC, there are PNC International Student pages and PNC My Finance Academy pages that you can get to through pnc.com. We encourage you to look at that. The International Student page has a little bit on there around internships as well. This here, I spoke to this at the earlier, so I'll go over at high view. Again, we bundle our accounts. So with the student, you will have spend, think of it like your checking account, reserve, that short-term savings or that overdraft account, and then the growth account, which is more your long-term savings. No monthly service fee, as you can see, from 6 years as to when you start the account. The beauty with us at PNC as well, there's no age requirement. You can start your college education at 29, at 34, at 18, or at 19. When you start, we can be with you as a student for 6 years, which we find is, again, a long time versus some other accounts you might have looked into. Don't look any further. We're here for you always, always. Again, I said you have one incoming domestic or international wire at no cost as well, which is fantastic. We talked about online banking and Zelle as well. This last screen, right? A bank, any company, disclosures are what they are. You will get all this when you open the account. Feel free to ask any questions while we're with you opening those accounts. But these are some of the disclosures, all of which, quite frankly, I have talked about throughout the presentation. And a few more, just why not? That really, though, guys, is the high overview of how we open accounts and establish accounts. I'm going to keep it on this page with, again, just a high overview on benefit of what you get for the price of 0 and what you earn with those no monthly service fees and that incoming wire once per statement cycle. We are also very excited to tell you we will have a student offer. When you establish your account with us, you will be eligible for $100 startup to your account by using your debit card 10 times within the first 60 days of owning the account. So again, $100 will come to you after you use your debit card 10 times within 60 days. The $100 will be rewarded to you typically within 30 to 90 days after that 10th debit card purchase. In a lot of cases, it comes far sooner than that. We have those flyers. We're working to get those flyers to the campus before too long, so you can look at those and be ready for when we come visit you all that first week of August. I'm going to take another pause and let Olivia chime in, Tagore chime in, and then absolutely we'll go out to you guys with any questions.
Great job, Sarah. Just a reminder, we're here to service you, obviously, and our PNC mobile unit will be there on campus August 1st through the 8th. But in addition to that, we'll be there other days. If you have questions, you can always reach out to Sarah. Her contact information is on the first slide. So you're welcome to always reach out to her if you have any specific questions. There was a lot of questions in the chat about credit and fees and rates, which are unique, specifically the rates. So connect with your local banker to get more information, get informed, make an educated decision about where you want to bank. We'd love to have your business, but there's also other financial institutions. We don't want you to think that you have to pick just one, right? Or you have to pick us. We just want to be able to share the resources that we offer to you and the ways that we can build a relationship with you. But that's all for me, Sarah. Thank you so much for the opportunity to connect with all of you, and we look forward to seeing you in August.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you very much,
Olivia.
Olivia. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead.
I think we don't have any questions, so probably we'll just move forward. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you.
Thank you very
Ravinder.
much for the time, guys.
Thanks for coming. Okay. So I think we, as Mahindra already discussed about the airport pickup process, so we have short video about that explaining that whole process. So probably we can just showcase that. Yes. This is a short video, which is self-explanatory. Probably we will share this video on our social media as well, like the Instagram, Facebook, and other WhatsApp as well. So please do follow our Instagram social media pages so that you can be updated around whatever the upcoming events we are having. We will be sharing this Google Doc link with you guys so that you can have all the WhatsApp group links. You just need to join that WhatsApp group. Post this message in this format. It has already been shared with you, all of you. Thank you. Thanks, Yash. We can switch back to slides, maybe. Or if we are having any questions or doubts, anything which you want to ask, probably.